Oh, we actually started the countdown. Didn't even notice. I was too busy just dancing away at my sweet camera skills. But here we go, kicking off our second map between pDucks and Dynamic Instinct. Currently leading 1-0. Dynamic Instinct are on the red side and pDucks on the blue. And finally going to see some Operation Locker action.
Alrighty then, let's see where they choose to take this one. Usually on Operation Lock, you have to anticipate a little bit of a slower start because of that bomb's positioning in such a vulnerable location. It's just a big disc of death. And we're going to be seeing if pDucks can once again seize control early of this bomb site.
Wow.
So usually the blue side that do get to kind of grab early control.
Gave it up.
And you can see Dynamic just hit the brakes and let them pick up the bomb. This is a strategy we see a lot of the red side teams on Locker take straight away, because the reason behind it is that the enemy team has to push through those 2 choke points that they're holding with that bomb to make progress. As soon as they do, they grab the bomb, they run back.
Well, I mean, if Siege Shanghai was kind of a showing of how these teams can play passive, I think we might see it yet again. I'm not sure if we're actually going to see the teams be aggressive and push into each other. It's going to come down to the outside play, and Xanax and Digi are more than happy to just sit here and wait out Nixon, who has already given away his position. Trying to connect on a couple of shots. pDucks need to make their... Well, they don't need to make their move soon. They don't want to get too complacent, too comfortable here. Because the moment the Nixon goes down and dies, it's going to be a perfect push for Dynamic. 2 men up through the stairs, 3 men straight through. And it's going to be really tough to hold.
Certainly not going to be easy. These 3 boys in blue make it 4 now as the spawns do come in, are still trying to find an answer. Daly at the helm. Does have a nade to throw out, but there's going to be... Actually, there's an aggressive push coming out from one. Who on earth was that? It was actually Cyber who went all in, balls to the wall. Does manage to find the frag that he needed to, as that's going to be the trigger they needed. They don't have the bomb, though, and that's going to really slow down what is otherwise a really nice start from pDucks.
And the timing's just a little bit off. If we did that like 20 seconds earlier,
yeah,
they would have been able to secure the bomb. Actually, they still will get it on Kuko, but they've lost like everyone
Too late.
who's able to push through. But Cyber still retain that back spawn. Dynamic doesn't know how many people are behind them. And look at this. They're taking the bomb all the way over to their own site. Does Kuko not realize what team he's on? Okay. No, they know. They know. But there's no reason to actually leave like this. Actually,
they have Cyber.
I think they lost Nixon. They lost Nixon on the outside. That's why they fell back so far, because they didn't want to lose too many people.
I mean, Cyber's positioning is so good. He hasn't managed to find frags, though, and they know exactly where he is now. So the jig is up, and he's going to be in trouble any second now. Does finally find 1 frag, but that may very well be all that they give him.
That's just a
the
second.
hunt is on.
I mean, just the threat of him being there alone has been allowed the bomb to get across. Kuko's going to go for the plant. Xanax is going to flank them, but the bomb will certainly get put down, and it's going to come down to the retake potential at Dynamic.
What have they got up their sleeves? It looks like it's actually going to be a very easy plan for Kuko, but 3 players from Dynamic are coming in from behind. This is going to be very, very difficult for Kuko to hold on this staircase. That's going to be an attempt at 1, but not going to happen as the dreams are dashed by Lodrem, of all people. Het again with 1. That defuse is potentially going to be coming in any second now, as pDucks have just 3 to work with.
Cyber on the top side, trying to defend the respawns. Will come in any second. Abimo trying to run straight in towards the actual bomb, and he does get the kill, the big kill on the Hete. Digi trying to respawn, unfortunately fluffing a couple of shots, and the respawns have been proven true out of pDucks. They have 4 men now, as Xanax, the last man alive, over towards the site, waiting for respawns of his own. The bomb is taken away. It looks like pDucks will get the first MCOM destruction of this half. Oh, no, I tell a lie, Xanax is on it. Oh, he got taken off in the last second. Unfortunately, wasn't able to actually close that one out. That was so damn close. But pDucks, they do have the lead now in the first half of our second map.
Yeah, and that's going to be a bit of a spelling trouble for Dynamic, as this could very well be the only MCOM destruction we see in this second map, knowing how these teams did format their play over on Siege of Shanghai. Then again, seizing control of that donut area. Dynamic just desperately trying to keep that bomb in their hands, keep it controlled, and keep that central area theirs, as they know that these 2 choke points are going to be difficult to maintain. Lodrem using that higher ground, just hoping and praying that someone's going to make a mistake, but pDucks are not falling for that trick a 3rd time. And they're just going to do essentially what the enemy team had done to them in the past, hold the choke points, force them to come to them. That made loads of sense.
All right, well, Dynamic, though, still within control of this yard. And all 5 alive. They're pretty much like locked down this area. You have Nixon watching the potential push from the outside. And pDucks are feeling more confident as every second passes. They're trying to push in through the underground. And eventually 2 of them will fall. BMO trying to get the revive in, but look at that. Hete coming through, gets the kill onto 2, and Daily not able to respond just yet with any sort of kill, but it's a 5-on-2. The bomb going to push straight in across the map. They get the kill into Daily. The bomb's going to go down towards A, and Dynamic looking for their first MCOM of this half to tie things up.
Wow, and this all comes down of these aggressive picks, these forces into the defenses of either side. Both times this has happened, it's just been someone really kind of swallowing their pride and going down for the kind of greater good, I guess. And now we are going to be seeing, looks like Lodrem in a really dodgy spot. Not sure how he hasn't been spotted out yet by his opponent. He's not checking his corners. Cyber does, and he wasn't checking it himself, as that's going to be an easy frag now as Daily. Is he holding that defuse? The smokes have come in. Oh my god, I think pDucks have held this. They have. There's no one really there to deal with it. Digi just kind of nodding his head and accepting that is going to be the way this one crumbles. And with just 3 minutes, make it 4 minutes left on that clock, and Daily has the bomb. Dynamic have to be careful.
Yeah, they do. They definitely need to at least pick up an MCOM to tie things up. They're still on the opponent's side of the map, so if they can pick up some big frags, they could potentially pull it off, but they're getting a little bit too aggressive. Critmix runs in. Daily, but I think picks himself up a second. And now Xanax, can he come up huge for seeing the bomb? Going to charge straight into him. He gets the first kill, and he's just looking for those respawns to come in, trying to buy some time as they're pushing above him. And the rest of Dynamic trying to retreat back to get up towards this area to stop them from getting across this map. Oh, actually, they do hold on. They do just maintain.
For now. I mean, with 3 minutes left, we saw what Dynamic could do with just the 15 seconds they were given to get that bomb down over on Siege of Shanghai, but it all comes down to the remaining 3 minutes here on our second map, on our third game here in Group B of the ESL 1 Battlefield 4 Summer Season Group Stage. Now, battle in mid just continued. B-Mode is in the depths, and he's going to be hoping to do something as there are 3 members just above him. He gets hunted down, and that bomb doesn't look like it's made too much progress since we last updated with Cyber.
Nope, it's been pretty much just sitting here. He's waiting for the full clear on this yard before he actually does make any sort of move out. But, you know, again, it's kind of dangerous. If he does push through and he dies, they can quickly turn it into a plant for themselves for Dynamics. So you kind of understand why he's in position. But they're forcing Dynamic to come to them. Dynamic doesn't really need to... Well, they can't really afford to just sit here and wait. They need to pick up the kills. They need to get MCOM to tie things up. And they're just trading kills 1 for 1. But they have the bomb. Xanax has been able to pick it up. But he's going to be pushed in from a couple different angles. He's all by himself now. If he can just stay alive long enough for his team to respawn in, then it could be good. They finally do get the first one. He's going to not pick up the kill, unfortunately, behind him. And they've lost everyone at the bomb. Now they lose control of the yard. Hete has to come up huge as they do cross out. And he's just fluffing all of his shots. And even Critmix might go for the charge onto him. Nixon going for the flank, though. That's going to put a big spanner in the works.
Doesn't look like it's going to go too well with just 1:50. Bomb is loose once again. B-Mode does manage to get the back rage on Xanax, though, and managing to catch him out with the AEK. Revive is a possibility, as is that bomb run. As pDucks, if they could pick up a double MCOM here, that would really seal a successful first half for them on Operation Locker.
I think I know what B-Mode's name is, what the B stands for, bomb mode. Yeah,
nice.
A little weak, a little weak.
Okay.
He's pushing straight in towards B. B-Mode with the B, going towards B, looking for the W. Lost it.
Yep.
And the bomb will get planted. Second MCOM now under attack out of Dynamic. Let's see if they can maintain this infirmary. I don't think they can do it, though. There's just too many men charging straight into a B-Mode. He won't be able to pick up one. He will get an assist, but they're able to clear out completely this infirmary. Now with a minute left to go on the clock, they're going to be able to pick up the bomb, push across the map, but Daily in a perfect spot to catch him when they rotate across. Critmix leading the charge.
He's going to be able to catch someone out here. So he does do just that. Xanax then down, the bomb loose once again, and time is of the essence now. 45 seconds. Dynamic. Did he just fail to scoop up the bomb? I think Het tried to and failed. Either way, Daily finally does fall, and now the bomb is under Dynamic rule. Does he have the time, though? He's got his running shoes on, and he's got no way. Absolutely no hope in hell getting through that yard with 20 seconds left. As, I mean, there's no harm in trying, and I don't know why Lodrem's holding on to it. Maybe he just decides that we'll focus on the second half. Let's not take that risk. Don't want to give them the bomb and then risk the bomb going down on one of their sites. I think that, yep, that looks like the decision. Look at him. He's going on a rampage run all the way back home to the safety of, well, I assume the infirmary. 9 seconds left. He's just going to keep on running, keeping that sprint key held down, and he's going to set his sights on the half 2 of our second map here.
All right, so a 1-0 lead for pDucks. Looking to take it into that third map on Zavod. Dynamic currently sitting with the 1-map lead as they were to pick up the overtime win on Siege of Shanghai. You can see there, B mode 14-9. On the side, Hete at 12-8. 2-7 for Digi, not having that great of a game for himself. Things seem to be very hit or miss for the side of Dynamic with who performs and doesn't perform in each game.
I mean, for both sides. I mean, we were talking about Cyber before. He was saying how, you know, he's picked up, what was it, like 1 for 12 in one of these games, and now he's sitting on 10 for 10, 10 for 6. My eyesight is awful. So yeah, hit and miss, very much so. And I think the main problem that we're going to be encountering here is just miscommunication. As it feels like a bit of a broken record when I do mention this, but as you do go down from top to bottom of the kind of Battlefield 4 community, competitive community, you do notice real discrepancies in their overlay and the way that they do structure it on the tabletop. You can just, it's so obvious when you have a team that's communicating well over a team that's not.
And how would you rate these teams in communication?
Very,
Both
very
of them?
low. I feel like, yeah. I don't think
Why is that?
I don't think there's that many differences. I think, you know, we're seeing timeless time. I just said timeless times. Time and time again is what I was trying to say. We do see teams basically always hold these chokes. They have this like real kind of game plan. They go into one position and they decide that this is how we're going to play. There's very little adaptability, which you do need a lead of 4. There's no one making those calls, and we do see lots of mistakes, lots of discrepancies in their play that cost them when it comes to holding sites as well as pushing them. I mean, we saw like I think 3 or 4 examples where they had a game plan, someone died, the game plan crumbled, and we saw another 3 minutes of just silence.
Do you think actually both teams are running like a one-man caller, or do you think it's kind of like a team effort, like they're all making the decision themselves or together to actually push in and go for these hits?
Yeah, I think it's definitely it's a one-man army kind of thing going on here.
I'm actually curious who the caller is then for each team in that situation. You know, we think about Fnatic. You always have to bring them up. I think they kind of run like a mainly one caller, but it turns into like a little bit of a group thing, just to kind of you know, obviously the caller can't see things in every direction and has to be very careful about who's going where. But here we go, kicking off our second half for our second map. Currently pDucks leading 1-0 on this map, but Dynamic leading 1-0 in the maps overall. But here we go, let's see if they actually do get into the yard. Dynamic on the blue side. And they will look for them. We'll look for their one MCOM to tie things up at the bare minimum. If they can pick up 2 before pDucks get anything, they can actually still pull home the victory. And Hete going to be the first one going down.
Strong start then, as once again we are going to see a bit. Actually, excuse me, I was going to say once again we're going to see a bit of a passive start, but no, B mode is in the under depths. God, I'm floundering. Let me just restart. Hang on, there seems to be a bug in my system. There we go. I'm back. Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you. So, Lodrem in that upper. Damn it! I didn't restart properly. It was a half restart. I'll be right back.
You just logged off.
I'll be right back. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm just going to restart the system.
Sorry, the way he's restarting is fantastic. In the meantime, Dynamic down only 3 people. pDucks can have full control of this yard. Curious why they're actually not flooding through. As you can hear Alex clapping, that's him coming back to life. He's ready to log into himself. Start up that Windows 7 or Windows 9, whatever he does use. But the bomb still hasn't been touched. 8 minutes, 30 seconds to go on the clock. Dynamic looking to hold on towards this yard. It's going to be very difficult, though. And I think pDucks aren't reading the situation correctly. They're really not. Well, they had 3 kills and they didn't flood the area. They didn't charge straight through to gain control of this yard. They're still giving it to Dynamic, and they're still playing passive. I mean, yeah, they have the 1 MCOM lead, so they can, you know, be allowed to do that. But you don't want to depend on the other team not getting the MCOM destruction to actually win out a game.
And once again, we're going to be seeing this slow pace, just a snail's game at this point here on Operation Locker, and the only snail really kind of doing anything exciting is going to be Xanax as he's going for the wraparound in that higher quarter. It's like he's going to be struggling though as he gets caught with his pants down and a nade in his hand. Not a nice position to be in, as it was Cucko who found that frag.
Digi struggling with his shots.
That's a big distance to cover, to be fair to him, with the Ace-23. But he backs away, and I'm seeing something a bit different with the bomb here. Oh, nope. Low Gem just got my hopes up and decides he's actually going to back towards that donut area.
He's trying to make you like reboot again, respawn back in.
He's playing with me, but he does parachute down. He wants to go back to this turret. They just seem to be like, okay, when we have the bomb and we don't want to push, we will go to tower. And then they just seem to have this idea that this is the best place to kind of hold the angles and kind of draw the enemy into it. But pDucks are sitting there like, we are going to win if you don't push. That's the end of it. That's how the story goes. And you can just see in their positioning that they do not feel the need to push out, and rightfully so.
You kept seeing Lodrum there. You kept watching behind him. I'm not sure if they feel confident that everyone's directly in the front. You really need to watch that area if you know you're going to be able to win this. But Zanx on the recharge yet again on the outside, looking for the battle. Trying to just spam through that concrete. That would have been embarrassing if he did just fall down and die. There still will be Kuko there to stop him. Xanax. I'll be able to get a reposition in. Xanax, please.
It's slippery snow. It's very slippery. It's actually ice. It's black ice. You didn't see it coming. You didn't see it coming.
It's white. So he does kill himself.
That's the sign of lost hope, potentially.
I mean, oh yeah. Like, they want to push in towards that area. They keep hammering that out, and they keep having Xanax be the one to push through, and he's not going to be making the same mistake this time. He's going to charge straight over the top. Oh, better be careful. He will be able to wrap around. No, he will be taken down, and they're throwing. They're really dependent on him breaking through on the outside to actually get any sort of plant down. You can't depend on that. I'm surprised they haven't sent one man through on yard to push in directly to them. Like we saw Cyber doing before. He was able to pick up quite a few kills on the aggressive play.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw such signs of life from Dynamic Instinct in that game against Penta. This time, we're starting to realize why they struggled to get out of that first round in every single cup. 5 cups were played, and they didn't manage to do it once, just narrowly qualifying for this one through the participation points. 5 points for every cup you participate in does just about net you enough for that lowest qualifying spot, 11th and 12th. And that's where they are sitting alongside Nameless, who have already been eliminated. Will they join their qualifying companions with just those 5 points of participation, or will they be able to prove the odds wrong and beat pDucks? They've done it once on Siege of Shanghai, and already looking a bit more difficult for them on Operation Locker.
Looks like Zanx finally gave up and actually pushing through the upside. They do go for the push down. Why would you 3-man push in here? Why? I don't understand, but they get quite a few kills, and they're actually making this work for them, though. They still have to worry about the man behind him, Kuko, on the staircase. Going to be able to actually flank the bomb, and there's the bomb going down. He's actually one of the last men alive on his team as they respawn all on top of him. He gets the bomb, runs it across the map. You can see Dynamic instantly heading back, trying to stop him. And Hente knows exactly where he is. He's going to go for the drop down on towards lower. No, he's going to continue to run past and meet him when he heads up the staircase. And this is going to be difficult for the bomb to actually make its way anywhere. He fluffs his shot. He's gotten around the corner. He's going for the plant. Now he's got to worry about so many different directions. The bomb will go down. But Dynamic, it took him, what, 5 minutes to actually get the bomb in this area? And only took them 20 seconds to lose it back on their own. And
look at this, back and forth we go. It's just going to be a bit of a running race. It's a rat race. Because these 3 players, pDucks, they all spawned in the underground. They wanted to kind of capture them off at the pass. Timing didn't quite work out, though, and now Dynamic have a chance to equalize.
Where are they going to go with it? Oh my god, is this going to be the first plant towards C we've ever seen? They're picking up kills. Digi picks up 2. This is good for them. Actually, the bomb was planted at A. I didn't see it. I thought Hete had it. And now they're playing for the as plant situation. pDucks only 2 men alive. Nixon in B mode. Trying to just stall as long as they possibly can to go for this defuse. They got to be careful, though. They only have 1 man watching the back. They pick up another kill, though, onto B mode. And the respawns will all come in from behind. Digi, will he spot this out? Will he hear them? I think he has a hunch of exactly where they're coming from as he sees them coming up towards his left side. He's going to head down towards the underground. Picks up the kill on Kuko. And this is going to be difficult. Nixon and Day, the last 2 alive. Digi can't get the next. But there still would be Xanax here to defend, and this is looking good for the side of Dynamic.
Yeah, they really, really have brought it to the down to the absolute wire. Xanax is just sitting the higher side of the map. He's going to be able to stop any defuse that comes in. He just dives down for security, and he is going to be able to secure that bomb. MCOM goes down, and we do have ourselves a level playing field now, folks. 1 MCOM destroyed in the first from pDucks, and Dynamic have managed to equalize out with 1 in the second.
And they've given full control of pDucks of this yard. 3 minutes to go on the clock. That's it. Well, basically, we're going to end up having Dynamic on the respawn and on the defense. Unless Hete can come up huge, and he will unfortunately drop. You still have Xanax on the outside, can push and get to control that staircase. Look where Cyber is. Look where Cyber is. He's just spotting up. Picks up one, picks up the second. Too easy for him. Now the bomb might move across in towards the A side. It's going to be Digi here to hold on. And this can be dangerous. pDucks might be able to pick up their own MCOM in this half as long. Cyber goes down to Digi. Looking to maintain control of this area. The bomb will get planted momentarily. And here we go. Now pDucks with the MCOM.
All comes down to this retake now from Dynamic. Hetty needs to go big, and he does. He finds one onto Nixon. He knows there's another man there. He's just playing ring around. A Rose on the hunt. Does manage to find a second on towards Daly as the hunt does continue for this man. Roaming around. They need to get the defuse down, but it looks like Kuka's going to make it difficult with Incendiary and Smoke alike.
Well, if they can pick up these last 2 kills, this is all they need. They have a man flanking from behind Digi. They go straight directly behind them to try to catch him off. Xanax comes up big with the kill. The smokes are completely blocked with their vision, but they get through it. They pick up a second kill. I think they're going to be able to pull this off. He's sticking it. He's almost done with it. 90% on it. And they will get the defuse through. A minute 50 to go on the clock. They're going to pick up the bomb and run it across the map if they want to. They just need to get the bomb at least and pull it away from the site. And as Cryptnex will be able to pick it up and run as quick as he possibly can. Hete going to go back to help defend him. And now they might push it onto the outside to clear it.
1 minute 30. I have a horrible feeling Dynamic might be playing for overtime here. They are taking it outside, so they are making progress towards that C flag. And good God, could you imagine if Dynamic came back from this, if they picked it up in 2? That would be truly insane, considering the amount of advantages pDucks have been given.
Are they going to continue to run?
They're still going for it. Cryptnex is really trying to make a run out of this one. Nixon is positioning himself for the frag, and he is not going to be able to find it. Found the tag, but not the frag, as Cryptnex narrowly gets away. Daly in middle. Not going to be surviving for much longer.
That was a good sign too for Dynamic because they got those 2 kills. They're able to get control of the inside. And they need that yard area.
Yeah, but I'm not sure how much further they can make in 50 seconds. Like, how much progress have we seen them make in 5 minutes? Never mind 50 seconds.
It's true. It is true. They might just be playing for overtime with a tie to 1-1 apiece, but you got to keep the bomb alive. Cryptnex, he's going to be under pressure. And we'll head towards the outside. Just get the backup of Digi. And not to mention the respawns. They're just going to try to hold this air for the next 30 seconds. And you can see already pDucks trying to push in from multiple angles. They have to be careful. They don't want to throw too many men at this because if they fail, they could turn quickly into a plant towards C. Oh my God, those 3 kills, those 4 kills. This is your chance. Push across Dynamic. You have 4 freaking kills. Just go.
Cryptnex instead just stands still, ladies and gentlemen. He just stands still and waits for the game to end.
Why are you going now?
5 seconds left.
4 kills.
They've just all respawned, and that is ridiculous. No understanding of how this game operates, it seems. And Jason is a little frustrated, understandably so. They could have made that run. They could have got that bomb down right there.
You had 4 kills, you had 5 alive, and there was 1 guy to defend C. Why would you not just push?
Wow. That's, I mean, that's a little bit of an odd ending. You're absolutely right. But it brings us into overtime then, as that's going to be a draw in the second half. And we are going into stopwatch for a second time already in this battle of Dynamic Instinct versus pDucks.
I really want to see Twitch chat and what they're saying.
Well, just how I can have a look for you.
Oh, hello. We're on camera. I can look as well now.
Hello, hello. We are seeing no. I request those.
We're on a minute delayed. Didn't even know.
We are seeing people ask if the announcers can show gun setup, so we'll be sure to do that for you when we do go into our overtime of our second map. Third map, if we need it, is Zavod. It's going to be worth watching to see if we get there. pDucks, of course, having to pick up the win in this second to bring that up. What's going on?
What's going to Zavod? It should be going to overtime.
It certainly should be.
The admin switched it to the wrong map. So we're going back over to the correct one in just a few seconds. I'm waiting for chat to catch up, as I can tell my yelling has calmed down now. I don't understand. 4 kills, 1 guy alive. You had 5 people.
No.
You had the time to push, and what do? They sit there.
It doesn't make a lot of sense.
One person's not going to kill 5 of you and get the bomb and run it across the map.
No, there is absolutely no way, and I think these are the things that I was talking about when we went into the second half. I said that both of these teams are susceptible to these very, very difficult to understand and explain mistakes. Like this like decision making that just isn't quite present, that is in the mid to the top
Well, that's not
tier.
the first time it's happened to them for Dynamic. They did it as well in the first game when they were playing Penta. They had 3 kills. They just sat back defending when they had 5.
Exactly.
Like that's not how you play this game mode. I mean, if you're going to go into the finals against the best teams in the world playing like that,
Well, they
then
wouldn't.
you're not going to last.
Well, they wouldn't. Yeah, that's the point with you kind of hammered home here.
Any team will punish you. That'll be there for mistakes like that. Well, I guess they can't really punish you because they have one man alive, but they'll make fun of you. I'll make fun of you if you do stuff like that at the finals.
Yeah. Well, one of these teams is going to go join the already eliminated teams, of course. Unknown and Nameless are two teams that have already disappeared on out of this tournament, and so one of these is going to be thrown to the pile as well, potentially after this overtime.
Potentially. Well, we'll find out. Looks like the teams are just loading in before we do kick this game off. We're back at Operation Locker. We're back at a stopwatch, so 5 minutes. And whoever gets the MCOM destruction the quickest will pick up the victory. So we could see Dynamic Instinct pull it off and get a 2-0. And we could see... Apparently we're switching sides.
Switching sides.
Or it could go the other way. And we could see pDucks take it to a third map.
And if they do, I don't know who that favors more. Dynamic Instincts will probably be kicking themselves because they've managed to get it this far already. Like this, the fact that they won Siege of Shanghai is a discussion on its own. Here in Operation Locker, they could do it again. They could do this whole crazy, they shouldn't be winning, but they are routine. And pDucks already are going to be very frustrated that this game has gone the way it has. Understandably so, though. Dynamic just seem to be able to find these little bursts of form that are enough to manage to equalize and bring this into overtime for a second time already. We have seen so many overtimes with these two teams. Like whenever these guys are around, we seem to be able to find an overtime, and I'm not sure how well this is going to go for either of these sides, especially considering they only have 5 minutes, Jason. I'm pretty sure these guys
took longer than that for the first MCOM plan.
Yeah, it did.
All 4 things go on the countdown. We can drop you into game as we do kick off our first half of this overtime. Remember, it's the first team to not the first team, the quickest team to destroy it in overtime will pick up the victory. And we're going to find out how this game is exactly going to go. We do have on the red side Dynamic, on the blue side pDucks. And within about 5 minutes and 20 seconds time, we'll find out if either team can get the plant.
So here we go as the mysterious winds do blow in. 5 seconds left on that clock, and we're going to be jumping on into our overtime. As Jason did explain before, the fastest destruction of an MCOM does pick up the win, and if pDucks do fumble at this hurdle, we will see Dynamic pick this game up in 2 and go and wait in the lower bracket for the winner, the loser of Penta versus Infamous. There we go. Nice and slow. Don't want to mess that up.
Yeah, it was for dramatic effect.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, pDucks have got control of the yard. We saw them do it in the first half. Dynamic was giving them complete control of this area. And they're just going to play on the defense for only 5 minutes. Not a lot of time to work with, so either team's got to make the move, and I'd be really disappointed if it comes down to like the last 3 seconds before either team finally pushes out and gets aggressive.
So already we have hit the pause button, it seems, and they're just going to be... in fact, if you just look at that, I don't think I see one triangle moving on the Dynamic Instinct side.
Just side to side, not forward or backward, really.
Yep, so they are... Yep, we have a complete standstill here, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, that is because it's just so much on the line for both of these teams at this point in the game, and they've worked so hard and got so far. In the end, it could eventually not matter. And now, Daly trying his best to make something happen in what has otherwise been the most uneventful quarter of this 5 minutes.
Well, keep in mind, Cyber was the man to break through last time when they were on the blue team. You can see he's getting aggressive. He's trying to go for that play yet again. Ooh, disconnect the shot. Doesn't get the kill. And that will actually completely block his vision, but still look at this full line defense Dynamic. Not feel like they want to play aggressive at all. Finally, Cyber actually is the man to go down.
That was a really nice Magnum kill as well.
But of course, Dynamic isn't going to actually push out. Bomber set in 10 seconds. And Daly maybe looking for his chance to actually come out across this upper area.
I'm not sure how much we're going to be seeing of Het here. He's been just sitting in the underground, hoping and praying that that's where the offensive is going to be sent.
Oof. They're blinding him.
Yeah, they look like they're starting to form out some sort of push, but that's a big nade. B-Mode was not expecting the nade so early, and that's going to enable him to get the revive and the escape back on up to the underground.
There it is. Bomb has been located again. Dynamic with that kill, just going to go back to playing defensive another time. 2 minutes, half the overtime has already half of the first half of the overtime has already disappeared, with only a handful of kills. You could actually just count it on one hand, most likely. Yep, 5. Perfect. Because I have 5 fingers.
You do?
I do.
Wow.
There we go. Finally, B-Mode does pick up a kill on the headset. You can allow him to push in through lower. It looks like he's actually allowed playing Ducks to get in towards this area. The bomb's still not going to be picked up just yet. The rest of Dynamic rotating to actually defend against this, and Cryptnix can't connect the shots, unfortunately, and Plain Ducks have made their way through. The bomb has been picked up. They're going to go for the plant towards A. They get 3 men down, and this is most certainly going to be a plant.
Yeah, it's a guaranteed plant. It's going to come down to the retake from Dynamic. They've done it before. They've done it time and time again. It looks like they're already starting to get perform at this beautifully. It's going to be a 3-2 split. Het does open up onto 1. It's actually Cryptnax, excuse me, who finds that frag, and the bomb hasn't gone down. What was Kuko thinking?
He kind of fluffed a little bit.
Mind exploding. That's what that sound is. As it looks like he's going to set his sights on towards that infirmary, on towards B. Not sure Dynamic are anticipating this, and that's going to be a real guaranteed plant. And then actually Cyber has set himself up nicely. Maybe my mind can stop exploding because I don't know if Lowdrum's going to anticipate this. Beautiful then patience there from Cyber. The bomb's now in. 45 seconds on the clock. And we could see Playing Ducks pick it up in this first half of overtime.
They very well could, but they left it to almost the end of the half, though, so it gives a lot of time for Dynamic to actually work out in the second. Either way, Dynamic or Digi waiting for the respawns to come in. They are spawn on top of them, looking for the retake. Look, they actually have a really good potential retake if they can just get these opening frags coming in from every direction. In B-Mode, though, coming up big for his team, able to secure a kill. They fell out of S-Ben. Lowdrum able to respawn. He's going to come up big for this. And they have the man pushing it towards Infirmary side as well. Xanax does connect the shots onto Nix, and the bomb is taken away. They need to get on top of that ASAP. They do have, Lowdrum trying to push straight through for it. And now it's just Digi by himself. He's defusing. Is anyone going to spot him? They have a one-on-one going head-to-head up against them. Daily, is he going to check for the defuse? It looks like they're not. The defuse is going to come through. Digi got it somehow because they don't check it, and it stops any sort of plant from coming down. But they get the rewipe yet again. They're going to get the plant a second time, but with only a sliver of time left. And it gives so much time in the second half for Dynamic to work with, but they have the chance to get the respawns and go for the retake.
Playing Ducks are going to be quacking in their boots now. As Het struggling to find the frag. And Digi is going to return into the infirmary, not going to find one. Here comes the second, though, as it's going to be real easy for Kuko with a triple, just raining down terror. As Digi, the hero of the hour, is going to return.
Oh, Hete coming in from behind, though. He picks up the kill. He's the last man on his squad. He's up against 2. He's defusing. He's sticking it. He's going to be spot out. He will eventually go down. But the respawns come in, and they're going to overwhelm them. But now they're pushing from the south side of the infirmary. B-Mode trying to connect, trying to stop them from doing anything. There's still a man on it. I can't click him. Low Dream. Is he going to pull off? No, he goes down. And the bomb will explode. 5:32 on the clock. That means they are able to pull off the first half of overtime with an MCOM. But that's so much time to work with.
That's more than the clock can give you of time to work with. Yeah, so essentially, they got that bomb down 10 seconds before the timer ended. Close there, about 13, whatever you want to call it. But you're laughing at my maths.
No, it was impressive.
Thank you. But that really does kind of tell us that we're going to see another slow one. We could be into a 10-minute overtime here. As let's look at the end of performance of once again Nixon with 2 frags. I don't understand how these players have so little frags but also so little deaths. I feel like they almost go hand in hand. Like if you're not dying, then you should be fragging, but you must just be running around, not like not hitting anything, not seeing anything. I'm not really sure how that kind of works out. As it's time for us to load on into our second half here of our overtime. Stopwatch overtime is the name of the game. And the aim of the game...
Battlefield is the name of the game.
Damn you, I had some flow and you just stole it
I just
from
had
me.
to ruin it.
You just ruined my flow.
Stopwatch is the name of the game.
No, I'm not interested anymore.
Not interested.
You ruined it.
All right. So that's how easy it is to get you to stop?
Yep.
All right, well, we are going into our second half of our overtime. Countdown has started. On the blue side, it's going to be Dynamic. On the red side, it will be Playing Ducks. So 5 minutes, 32 seconds So that means... Oh, this is going to be rough. You know what? I need you to take over talking while I think about how this works.
Okay.
It's 5-3-2.
Yeah. So they have to get the bomb down in under 10
with over 13 seconds
over
left.
13 seconds left. So 13 is the magic number.
Yep. If it drops below 13 seconds, then that will be pDucks picking up the victory and going into our third map on Zavod.
So Dynamic have a target, 13 seconds. They've got a whole lot of time to work with of that 5 minutes. I was going to try and do 4 minutes and screw on air maths.
47
seconds. As it's time for the charge to begin. And the second half kicking off once again. This time on the blue side we have Dynamics. On the right and the red we have pDucks. And let's see how far they can go into this game before we see the first frag. It took about 2 minutes last time. Let's see if they can do it again, as it looks like we're not going to see the pause and hit by B mode this time. Look at him, just charging on straight on into the donut, and it looks like there's going to be 2 players there for him to receive. Yeah,
Dynamic need to get control of this yard ASAP, and it looks like they're going to be able to. B mode is on the underground behind them.
Oh.
Actually, he's going to be pushing up, I think, the side of it. The bomb hasn't picked up for Dynamic, and if B mode, if he can pick up these kills, it'd be a fantastic start for them. Already a minute gone by on the clock, and they're looking to push through. They're setting Cryptic's the first man through, and they get the kill on Akuko. He might get the revive in too, but unfortunately the rest of the teammates going to be going down. Dream going to fall, and Digi trying to charge straight through. They're trying to make too much happen right in the get-go. He needs to stay alive. He needs to get some revives in for his team, maybe, and he will go down. The bomb has been dropped, and now pDucks. They have control of the bomb. They're pushing across the map. They're looking for A, and the respawns. Look at that. They just try to force it like when there was no reason to. They had so much time to work with, and now they're going to be forced on the retake if just Daily can get this plant down.
Yeah, that's a big if, though, because it looks like Kuko fell a little too soon, and now Xanax has the position to throw down the nades and stop that plant from going down. 3 pDucks do remain, and they look like they're returning to the pond.
Just running with the bomb away.
Backing away, not interested just yet, as B-Mode does meet a similar fate to the rest of his team. Spawn's coming in, and Daily kind of playing that well, actually. That's some credit deserved there. Some earned credit there for Daily as he makes the right decision. It becomes that mobile spawn. Beacon keeps the bomb under control and manages to get some exit frags.
One nade, though, will completely ruin where the bomb is and what's going to happen. And yeah, pushing through the underside. This is actually really dangerous for Daily. He needs protection from every angle. You can see him just frantically checking every spot. As finally Dynamic able to make their way through. They're still on the underside, though. Able to push up just yet. Modrim looking for a cheeky way up there, I guess. I don't know why he keeps running in circles, though. Bomb has been dropped. And here we go. Dynamic now back on the charge. They still have time to work with. But they need to get the aggressive positions. They need to be able to push through and pick up these kills. Xanax, he's trying to connect, unfortunately. And he won't actually be able to. Finally just get the kill on a Cyber, though. That does open up the push through that direction. But the bomb's still not in the hands of Dynamic.
Finally it is, though. That's going to be snatched up. It's going to be thrust into the hands of Lodrem as he just goes straight on into the depths and straight on into the crosshairs of B-Mode. He is going to be so very happy with that one as he sits smugly looking at the bomb and backing away, realizing that he has done good, nodding to himself and realizing that he just has to reposition and die. Not going to happen. Digi picks it up, and so now Het Pet.
Ooh, they're getting some progression, though.
Starting to build, formulate a push, but look who makes it difficult. It was Cyber taking down the one man he needed to, takes that bomb carrier down.
That's 3 kills.
And this could be a push. Now on to Nixon and Kuko. Make it just Kuko and B-Mode as the frags keep on coming, but B-Mode takes 2 with him. And that bomb has hit a standstill as Heat Pete is desperately trying to find a
coming
plan.
from behind. He picks up one. They got the bomb. They're going to go for the plant towards A, or are they going to go towards B? I don't know which direction they're going to go. It will be towards A. And if they get this plant and it blows up, they will pick up the 2-0 victory.
It has always come down to overtime. Dynamic prevailing on Siege of Shanghai in the overtime. They're looking to do exactly the same thing here on Operation Locker. Mounting up towards the staircase. That higher ground is so damn good. I was trying to use a big word there, but my brain farted. And now we're going to see how long they can hold this.
So many men.
Is going to have to do a real tough task here. Just find one very vital frag, and he's going to find the second. That's huge! B-Mode goes down. Time now is of the essence, and they just need to keep neutralizing these ducks. It looks like Xanax has done enough. He dives down into the depths with the AEK and manages to get away with his life.
They need the respawns. The bomb is being defused. Xanax, he's going to have to just jump straight in for this one. He will be shot from a couple of different directions. He's the last man alive, and he's not going to be able to stop the defuse from coming through.
Got it.
But now, if they can pick up these kills, they get 2 big kills. They're going to get the plant right after they get a 3rd as well. And it's only Cyber and B-Mode now left alive. The bomb going to be dropped because of B-Mode on the upper side. He's going to nade it as well, just to hold them back. 40 seconds left on the clock. Number 13 is that magic number. And they need to get this bomb down. Digi trying to go for the plant, trying to back away. They're trying to go for that last little push. If they can just pick up these kills.
13 seconds. He's going for the run. Oh my lord, he's going for the infirmary run. And look who's coming as well. Heat Pete in the top half as well. Trying to keep his teammates safe. It's going to be wide open. If they get this bomb down, they are going to get it down in the nick of time. And now playing are just swarming towards the site. They've got spawns. Xanax needs to do something, but he can't. Fumbling as his lines as he tries to push on towards Beepers. 2 players are there. Make it 3. They're charging on in. But oh my god, it's a flurry of frags. And just one man stands. It's Cyber. He's in a real dire strait now as they are starting to spawn in. They need to defend this site, and we're nearing on the last 15 seconds.
Or are they going to respawn back in? They have B-Mode towards the north. They have Cyber down towards the south. 3 men charging from the north direction. They need to stop them from pushing through, and there's the first kill coming in. That's Lodrum coming up big first team. Cyber able to respond. Xanax picking up daily, and that will be the push coming in towards the site. Can they maintain this? The bombs will start taking away in the last few seconds. You can hear the monkeys screeching. They're sitting on the bomb to prevent anyone from getting a sneaky defuse. It's all on Kuko, the last one in the squad. He's looking for the trick shot, and he gets taken down. And in the last few seconds, somehow, they're going to do it. 5:28 on the clock. Dynamic have pulled off the 2-0 against pDucks.
Good God, that doesn't feel like a 2-0, Jason. That has been an uphill struggle from the start. And look at Digi. Mr. Bottom Fragger Digi has managed to pick it up and top frag. He was like 1 for 4 in the previous games. He's now the man at the top of the scoreboard, and that, my friends,
that triple kill
does not feel like a 2-0. What a win for Dynamic.
That triple kill when they came straight through, oh, wow, that just completely locked it down, because if they had 1 man alive back there, they could have got those revives back in. Yep. Didn't have to wait for the spawn timers, and they would have the attack from every different angle. Well done by them. They do pick up the victory. They do stay alive for tomorrow. But keep in mind, I do have to put this little extra, asterisk in.